We're not even 100% sure if he was here or not. It's another discussion. Some thinks he was never here. I think he was here for sure. I'm sure he wanted to see it, so I have no doubts that Herod's was here. But again, that's my own opinion, but some will tell you that he was never here, but I think he must be here. But anyway, that's his bedrooms, right over here, and that's the dining room. Now, why there is not much for us to show you, the rebels used Herod's the Great Palace as a source for building materials. Now, they had 230 cooking facilities. Where they got the wood for it? They got the wood from the ceilings. They had a team that had to take down the wood beams and chop them and make it for cooking. And they took whatever they could from Herod's the Great Palace and reused it or used it as a source for building materials. That's why not much left for us to show you from the palace itself. The palace was more than 150 feet tall. This is the gathering area. That's where you are right now. That's the amazing dining room, right where you are. The dining room, the bedrooms, the balcony. There is a hidden staircase. Yes, that going down. This is the ballroom. Sorry, this is for the royal family. There is a library and another bathhouse, and this is the ballroom, the most beautiful room of Masada. Now the rebels didn't use those two, maybe because this staircase was already destroyed when the rebels came over here. By the way, I forgot to tell you. You remember the food? The food that Herod the Great stored was stored in such a good way. Yes, the rebels could still eat it. More than 80 years later, it was still good to eat it.
Wow.
You remember the date seeds that we mentioned? Mm-hmm. That the archaeologists succeeded to germinate that? Yeah. That's where it came from. Wow. One last thing I want to tell you about this place. Yes, a new information, actually, as we said, hot from the oven. Apparently, what you see over here is a replica, one by one, of Agrippa Palace on the Tiber River in Rome. Yes, Agrippa was the head of Augustus' armies, and he married his daughter, and he became the second in command. So he's like the right man of Augustus, Agrippa. And Herod actually made exact copy of this section of Agrippa Palace in Rome. And Agrippa indeed came to visit the province of Judea. So just imagine Agrippa coming over here and realizing that Herod's made a palace just like his palace. Herod's, you have such a style. Like you're saying in America, copycatting is the best.
Great minds think alike.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Sincerest form of flattery.
Discovered. It was excavated by the archaeologists. You can still see the suicide. The 1,000 men, women, and children skeleton. Okay? Maybe we'll find them in the future. Maybe we'll not find them at all. Maybe the slaves had to take them and remove them and bury them somewhere, and we don't know where. We did find 24 skeletons on the far side of the cliff in a cave. It seems like somebody threw their bodies into the cave. And another 3 skeletons of a young man, a young woman, and a young teenager girl was found right down there on the lower part of the palace. It seems like the roof collapsed over their heads. Anyway, those 27 skeletons were Jewish warriors 2,000 years ago. is a grade. If you see, there is a small pyramid-shaped hill when the trail goes around it, and this pyramid-shaped hill have like a cave curved into it. Can you see it? Army funeral. Now, again, I do not consider myself a very, how to say it, sentimental tour guide or emotional tour guide, but just think about it for a moment. If those people would knew that they are dying today or committing suicide today, they thought that they are the last man standing. They thought everything is gone. So they take their own life and the life of their families. But 2,000 years later, at the newborn state of Israel, their funeral will happen, led by the chief rabbi of the Israeli Defense Forces, and you and I will stand here and talk about it. What would they say?
Yeah.